Good day, St. Maarten. I'm Jasenia Lassero.
And I'm Alston Lawrence.
And welcome to another edition of the St. Maarten News Desk, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond.
It's the middle of the week. Let's get over the hump and dive right into our headlines. In efforts to ensure more consistent electricity supply, NVGB has announced the next phase of their ongoing project. The company confirmed that 20-megawatt generators are set to arrive next week, Wednesday, on October 2nd. Civil works are already underway to prepare the installation site. In addition to the generators, transformers, cabinets, cables, pipes, and fittings are scheduled to arrive on October 7th, with oil tanks expected by October 16th. NVGB expressed their gratitude to the public for their patience, assuring that the improvements are on the horizon as they work diligently to enhance power reliability.
With the busy tourist season approaching, the St. Maarten Police Force KPSM has increased enforcement actions in Philipsburg. Throughout September 2024, the community police officers and the Special Action Team have conducted traffic and public safety controls to ensure a safe environment for residents and visitors. By September 22nd, a total of 238 fines were issued for illegal parking, vehicle technical issues, and failures to wear seatbelts. These measures are part of efforts to improve compliance and maintain order during the high traffic season. Additionally, police have restricted vehicle access to the boardwalk by closing the main square with chains, addressing pedestrian safety concerns. Special arrangements are being made with local businesses for deliveries without compromising public safety. KPSM reminds the public to follow traffic laws and cooperate with the law enforcement as these efforts will continue throughout the season.
St. Maarten Police KPSM is investigating a string of armed robberies, the latest of which occurred at McDonald's in Dutch Quarter on Sunday, September 22nd, around 11 p.m. 3 masked suspects, one armed with a firearm, confronted employees as they left the building. During the robbery, a shot was fired, damaging the front door and allowing the suspects to enter. An undisclosed amount of cash was stolen before the suspects fled towards the front side of the island. KPSM has increased patrols and is asking the public to remain vigilant. Police are seeking any information that could help solve this case. And residents who witness suspicious activity in the Dutch Quarter or have knowledge of the crime are urged to contact the police at 1-721-542-2222 or use the anonymous tip line at 9300. Public cooperation is essential in bringing the perpetrators to justice. Remember, new episodes premiere every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. on TV 15 and across other social media platforms.
I'm Jasenia Lassero, wishing you a wonderful week.
Stay friendly, St. Maarten.
Hello, my people. Make sure you tune in to Sit, Sip, and Chat every Monday at 5 p.m. on TV 15 and every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m.
And make sure tune in to the Late Night Show with Andrew Dick from Monday to Friday at 10 p.m. with a repeat in the afternoon for no reason. In the afternoon, the Late Night Show at 3 p.m. Thank you, TV 15.
Thank you, TV 15. Make sure to tune in.
Make sure to tune in to the Late Night.
And Sit, Sip, and Chat.
Late Night.
We exposed 5 strangers to different KFC menus to see if the flavor can enhance any moment. And at the first bite, the party began. We repeated the experiment during the day, during business hours, on weekends, with sunshine, with rain. It's confirmed any moment can be a KFC moment.
A male nurse has been sentenced to 4 years in prison for sexually abusing 3 female patients in his care. The Court of First Instance handed down the sentence on Tuesday, convicting RIJP for assaults committed between July 2022 and April 2024. In addition to this prison term, he has been banned from working in healthcare for 9 years. One of the victims was awarded 10,350 guilders in damages for the trauma she endured. The St. Maarten prosecutor's office emphasized that this case reinforces the justice system's commitment to protecting vulnerable individuals and maintaining integrity in healthcare.
The National Recovery Program Bureau, known as the NRPB, has successfully completed repairs on 19 schools damaged by Hurricanes Irma and Maria. Funded by the St. Maarten Trust Fund and backed by the Dutch government, this initiative included structural reinforcements, roof repairs, electrical upgrades, and hurricane shutters to improve resilience and safety for students and staff. The school repairs, which began in 2021, were done in phases to minimize disruption to education. While the project did not cover full renovations, critical repairs were prioritized to ensure schools could operate safely. NRPB will continue monitoring the schools for 6 months to address any emerging defects. Attention now shifts to repairing 13 school gyms, furthering the commitment to building a stronger educational environment for St. Maarten's youth. Student Support Services Division, SSSD, in collaboration with the St. Maarten Fire Department, is conducting fire drills at 21 government, subsidized, and public schools between September 26th and October 22nd. These drills, held during the morning hours, aim to ensure schools are fully prepared to evacuate in case of a fire, improving overall safety procedures. Schools have developed fire safety standard operating procedures known as SOPs and are now testing them with drills based on pre-submitted scenarios. The St. Maarten Fire Department will participate with fire trucks at each drill location. The SSSD urges the public to remain calm during these drills and thanks the St. Maarten Police Force for supporting road safety as students may cross streets. Parents and neighbors will be informed to minimize disruptions as well. SSSD head Olga Mussington emphasized that school safety is a top priority, and these drills will equip students and staff with the skills to respond confidently in emergencies. The community's cooperation is appreciated in ensuring a safer environment for all.
The Simpson Bay Lagoon Authority /SLAC will begin maintenance on the Causeway Bridge starting Wednesday night, September 25th. One lane will be closed from the airport roundabout to Cold Bay roundabout between 8 p.m. and midnight. The same closure will occur on Thursday, September 26th and Monday, September 30th during the same hours. The maintenance involves repairs to the bridge's lighting. SLAC apologizes for any inconvenience and asks motorists to plan accordingly to avoid delays.
Moist conditions and a light breeze promote hot and humid conditions today. Stay hydrated and keep to the shade whenever possible. However, a change is expected overnight as a tropical wave enters the area, bringing scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Residents and visitors to flood-prone areas are advised to be vigilant. Seas will remain slight throughout the next few days. Now let's take a look at our tropical weather update by Mr. Brian Shields.
Thank you very much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields, and thank you for your trust as we continue through the hurricane season. All right, getting to this, by the time you're watching this is Hurricane Helene. It is on track. From everything I've been talking about, I think for about the last 10 days, it is on track, but that means a devastating hurricane that is going to move up to the Big Bend of Florida. In the short term, we have been seeing those impacts, even some rain overnight in Jamaica, Cayman Islands, parts of Cuba, and extreme northeastern sections of the Yucatan, and right here, the remnants remnants of John over on the eastern Pacific side. More rain coming into parts of southern Mexico again, and we've had the rain and storms bubbling up and not organized. Had a couple thunderstorms just a few hours ago over toward Dominica. We've seen some unsettled weather in the eastern Caribbean. So this track that I showed you, I think maybe 5-6 days ago, has held for the most part. This is going to roll onshore toward the Big Bend by tomorrow night, tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, with winds around 125, could be around 135. Gusts are going to be higher than that. It is going to be a very powerful system. Short term for today, as it is now developing into a hurricane, still those strong hurricane to tropical storm conditions, western Cuba, back toward the extreme northeastern sections. Let's take a look again. Remnants of John, which could become John again. If it does kind of do its thing again, it would get a name again. There's Helene, which will be a super powerful hurricane. Out here watching those scattered showers, we've seen some of those around Guadalupe, Dominica, Antigua, Barbuda, down through St. Vincent the Grenadines, St. Lucia, some showers. But let me show you the closer picture, then get into what I believe is going to become Isaac. Here are those feeder bands. Those are bands of rain that just wrap into this. That's why Cayman Islands today, across the Cayman Islands, we could get some additional rain and clip by some in Jamaica. There's some of the heavier rain. By the way, Nicaragua, especially central and western sections, have been dealing with some flooding the last several days. Down through Panama, some scattered rain and storms. Colombia too. Cuba, still some leftover rain. Northern Bahamas, seeing a few of the very far outer bands. Some enhanced rain today with Helene that lifts to the north, and again tomorrow. Then on Friday, we're looking at spotty showers for many of us, just kind of hit or miss. Coming onto your screen there, though, that is what looks to become Isaac. And look at all this rain still in the same spots. That's why I've been really mentioning this. Southern Mexico, just something we haven't seen in quite some time. I'm going to go back and look at the records as far as just record rain in parts of Mexico, because that is just out of this world. Now, watching these scattered showers and storms today, here's the next spot that should develop into Isaac. It looks like it is becoming at least a tropical depression or tropical storm. Now, here we are, British U.S. Virgin Islands, Antigua, Barbuda, Anguilla, St. Kitts and Nevis, keeping an eye on these systems that are coming across. But as I showed you, I think about 6 days ago, the indication is that this will make that curve. Now, I want to widen out and show Bermuda in a second in the Atlantic region of Canada, but that should safely make a curve. So even if that becomes Isaac, that should stay out to sea, so to speak, but it will of course throw some heavier rain up toward say the United Kingdom down the road. And then watching a couple more tropical waves that are hinting at some development. I'll put those on the back burner for now.
In a special news report brought to you by Real Auto BV, the official Toyota distributor for St. Martin. Real Auto St. Martin has issued an urgent safety recall for Toyota vehicles due to the Takata airbag defect. This recall affects popular models like the RAV4, Yaris, Corolla, and Hilux, manufactured between 2004 and 2013. These defective airbags pose serious risk, including severe injury or death. Toyota owners are urged to visit RealAutoSXM.com or contact Real Auto SXM immediately to schedule a free airbag replacement. Stay safe, act now.
Hi, Mom. How are you? But Mom, you finished all your minutes yet?
No, girl. TLM has new postpaid plans and automatically upgraded my postpaid package.
Is that so?
Guess what? I am getting more minutes and almost double the amount of data for the same price.
I guess I'm making a switch now.
Let me call you back, Mom.
Hey Tash, you hear about TLM new postpaid plans?
Minister of Teat, the Honorable Grisha Heiliger Maarten, made an unannounced visit last week to the small businesswomen operating at the temporary pavilion near the old government administration building. The vendors are stationed there while work on the new Swaliga market on Back Street gets underway. During her visit, the minister listened to their concerns and encouraged patience as efforts are being made to increase foot traffic to their temporary location. The government is committed to supporting these entrepreneurs during the transition. The St. Maarten Hospitality and Trade Association (SHTA) and the St. Maarten Tourism Bureau (STB) are teaming up once again for the 2024 edition of St. Maarten Flavors, running throughout November. This culinary event showcases the island's rich cultural heritage through food and aims to establish St. Maarten as the culinary capital of the Caribbean. With a strong focus on storytelling, the event will share the personal journeys of the chefs and explore on how their diverse backgrounds shapes the island's cuisine. This year's event promises a global reach featuring influencers, digital content creators, and media partners who will highlight the vibrant food scene. Visitors can enjoy prix-fixe menus, cocktail masterclasses, beer tastings, and more, while exploring the island's 37 beautiful beaches. Don't miss this opportunity to indulge in St. Maarten's unique flavors and culinary traditions.
When I think of St. Maarten and European cuisine, give me coq au vin, escargot, Wiener Schnitzel, and the proverbial stampot.
St. Maarten and European cuisine, a nice schnitzel with some hot fries and some Hollandaise sauce. Schnitzel is kind of like pork cutlet, chicken cutlet. Very, very nice, especially in the winter.
And the celebrity that I would choose to share my European dishes with would be this wonderful singer from Greece called Demi Rousseau, and that wonderful other singer called Tom Jones.
I would invite Elton John, and we would have a nice, big, fat, juicy pork schnitzel.
In honor of World Tourism Day, the St. Maarten Small Properties Association, SMSPA, is hosting a digital marketing workshop titled Building Online Presence and Visibility for Yourself and Your Property. Scheduled for Friday, October 4th, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., this workshop aims to empower property owners and managers with essential tools for effective online marketing. Led by digital marketing expert Kenty Lichtenberg of Be Your Brand, participants will learn how to optimize property listings on various online platforms and leverage social media to attract more guests. The workshop costs $100 or 180 guilders, which includes registration and materials. Due to limited space, early registration is encouraged. Paulina Nzinga Lake, president of SMSPA, emphasized the importance of this initiative in helping small property owners enhance their visibility and develop their brands. We aim to empower our members through training and strategic partnerships, she stated. Kenty Lichtenberg expressed her enthusiasm about facilitating the workshop, stating, "I'm excited to share impactful skills that will help participants create a solid digital footprint for their properties." To register for this invaluable opportunity, interested parties can email St. Maarten Small Properties at gmail.com or contact Ms. Nzinga Lake at 721-522-4280. This workshop promises to be a significant step forward in promoting St. Maarten's small hospitality sector. At the United Nations Summit of the Future in New York, the draft pact for the future was adopted with Aruba's Prime Minister Evelyn Wever-Croes and St. Maarten's Prime Minister Dr. Luc Mercelina, both honorable, in attendance. This pact focuses on sustainable development, international peace, and youth engagement. The Kingdom of the Netherlands, in partnership with Jamaica, helped create the Declaration on Future Generations, which ensures that today's decisions prioritize the well-being of future generations. Currently under negotiation, the draft pact aims to establish a multilateral system that reflects modern realities. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres promised 11 policy briefs to support this initiative. Key proposals include establishing a global standard for youth involvement in UN processes and creating monitoring systems to track youth participation. A major initiative approved during the summit is the Declaration for Future Generations, emphasizing long-term planning and using scientific data in policy making. This summit is a significant step towards securing a sustainable future for Caribbean children and ensuring their needs are considered in today's decisions.
And now, let's take a quick look into the world of St. Martin sports.
All right, so we are here actually behind the pool area, which is that wall, and here you can see the playground. We have excavated the whole area because there was a lot of bush here, and what we're doing here is actually creating a small mini football field, 30 meters by 20 meters. And if you could see in the back there in the corner, you could see the old turf. That was the turf that was on the old field that we recently replaced. And all the good parts of the turf we saved back then. And now we're going to reuse that turf and build this pitch in order to have another field that can be used in order to increase participation, but also so the clubs can practice more frequently. So right now they're in the stage of creating the substructure, what you can see here. So this is actually the base course that has been put down. That will be underneath of the turf, creating also the drainage, whereas it will have a slope to the left to this side, and then there will be a gutter going towards the end. You can see the blocks that are there. That's basically the perimeter of the whole field. And in the back you can see there's still a piece of land left. So we carefully looked at the measurements from this field, because the measurements of what is left from that piece of land, it still gives us the option to develop it either into a basketball court or a netball court, or it could be 3 padel courts. So it's carefully measured to keep that option open for the future if you ever want to develop it, that we have sufficient space for any of those. Okay, so we are here at the Hoteliers Sports Complex. As you can see, this is the brand new turf, which is a FIFA approved field that has been implemented. Now we're going to go to the second step, which is actually replacing the track. As you can see, it's in a bad state. It needs to be replaced. So we will be having a new track, which is called a Herculean World Athletics approved track. And the works has actually started, because as you can see today, there's an excavator that is busy on the mount. And the reason for that is that there's some changes that we're going to make to the track, or actually some things that are not correct with the current track. So we are going to put the start in that corner, actually where the excavator is right now, meaning that we have to remove a part of the mount, but we decided to remove the whole mount also, so we can have the emergency vehicles utilize that area when the mount is gone, in order to get into the facility. Because while we're doing the replacement of the track, we're also going to put a hip weight fencing all around. That is very important to keep, of course, spectators off the track in the field, but also parents, etc. Because making such a huge investment, it's very crucial that we also protect our investment, and not that everybody and anybody is walking on the field and the track. So therefore, the track will also not be used anymore for any vehicles, because that, of course, hampers the track. And by removing the mount, emergency vehicles or any maintenance vehicles can enter the stadium and actually get to that bleacher. Secondly, they're going to continue with excavating, because we have big water problems in the back of that bleacher. Anytime it rains, the water comes into the stadium. So we're going to create a proper drainage and connect that drainage with the outside drainage in order to resolve those water issues as well. Then after the track is done, the major repairs are going to start with NRPB, which means the bleachers, of course, especially this bleacher on the left of us, which is basically in full need of repair. The changing rooms, the office, as well as 4 additional light poles are going to be installed. So right now we have 4, so we're going to have 8 light poles in order to be a FIFA approved field.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Martin News Desk.
Thank you for joining us, and remember, new episodes premiere every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. on TV 15, and then across all other social media platforms.
I'm Yesenia Lassiter, wishing you a wonderful week. See you next time.
I'm Alston Lawrence. Don't forget, stay friendly, St. Martin.